These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
Das ist doch unser Spitzname. Was sind denn das für Krimis?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes.
Nein.
We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Ach. Ich sehe mir die Bücher an.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends.
Ja, das stimmt wahrscheinlich.
What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
Oh ja.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Klar doch.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The Sordid Affair of Dick Mullen. A killing is declared.
Mord ist sein
Dick
Hobby.
Mullen in the murder house. The final case of Dick Mullen. An obvious lie. Dick Mullen in the clock tower. The ordeals of Dick Mullen. Dauntless Dick. Dick Mullen's funeral pyre. The murder of Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen stirbt?
Oh no, turns out he faked it to solve the case.
Okay, das reicht jetzt.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective Dick Mullen.
Schau. Eine altmodisch aufgemachte Bildbroschüre, sehr farbenfroh. Es ist das große Buch der faschistischen Magie, ziemlich offenherzig.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Irgendetwas Außergewöhnliches auf diesem Regal?
I would say The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Wer oder was sind denn Schuldreine?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
Also würden Sie es mir empfehlen?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one? Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Ja. Bestimmt, wenn ich mir dann so ein Buch kaufe und das lese, vielleicht kann ich dann noch weitere Gedanken freischalten oder so. Ja. Aber es kostet alles viel Geld. Ich sehe mir die Bücher an.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just vapid egoism. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
Worum geht es da?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane, graces the cover.
Ich bin schon jetzt gelangweilt.
Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other. Next to that, Revacholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy stands in front of a run-down drug den. He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse though, but not too long.
Okay.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinaise.
Okay. Betrachte die Karte von Insulinde.
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
Und sonst?
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas à la Mer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, all just specks of dust on the vastness of the Insulindic. On the edges of the map, the color fades into a blur of dotted lines, black and white. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou in a bookstore. It's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible.
Ich betrachte die Ränder der Karte.
The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Muindi is the north azimuth. Grad is the northeast azimuth. Samara is the east azimuth. Seol is the west azimuth. Isolas, they're called. Connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost non-existent. Whatever they are, the Isolas are immeasurably large compared to you, and very, very far away. Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust.
Ich betrachte die Karte von Revachol.
The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revachol East.
Und westlich vom Fluss?
Hudon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst.
Und Jamrock ist das, wo wir eigentlich wohnen, oder? Und Martinez?
It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest.
Oh.
No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets, and then There's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
Betrachte die Karte von Martinez.
It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48.
Okay.
Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
Kann ich diese Karten kaufen?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Es sind nur Karten.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Ja, okay. Warum ist die von Martinez so billig?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
Und was ist dann passiert?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
Oh. Oh, das ist zu risky, ne? 90 Cent. Ja, das kann jetzt auch egal sein. Wir brauchen 130 Real. Ja, komm. Ich möchte die Karte von Martinez kaufen.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Perfekt. Ja.
Hobocop.
Hobocop. Geschlossen.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old l'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Okay, Boni. Offenbar zusätzliche Tara-Flaschen aus der Sammleredition auf der Karte. Mehr Geld, wenn du Tara verkaufst. Ja, cool. Lerngrenze für Schauder auf 6 erhöht. Oh, das finde ich cool. Das finde ich gut. Nice. Mehr Flaschen für mich. Achso, ja, wir haben jetzt die Karte. Karte da. Oha. Warum ist der, warum? Ach. Ah, alles klar. Ja, dann kann ich immer gucken, wo die Proben sind. Okay. Also wir waren jetzt bis... Wo ist die Schleuse? Hafenviertel? Irgendwie bis hier oder so, ne? Gefühlt. Da ist noch richtig viel, was dann kommt. Okay. Haben wir da. Noch ein langweiliges Buch. Wurde einfach hier abgelegt.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Ich sehe mir die Bücher im Regal an.
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people Medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Wie funktioniert das?
It serves platitudes while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Was steht sonst noch in dem Buch?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre- and post-factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Okay.
This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Okay, das können wir machen. Ich suche etwas durch und durch Andersweltliches.
The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf.
Okay.
Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pale.
Worum geht es in dem Buch?
The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pale, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pale. Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab.
Okay. Ja, ich weiß nicht. Klingt belebend.
It is, and good for the circulation too.
Ah, und sonst?
It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pale. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pale and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired.
Und was bewirken diese grau gereiften Spirituosen?
Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health.
Ja, stimmt. Alles klar. Wie ist das möglich?
Is it any more improbable than anything else that human beings put their faith in?
Stimmt auch wieder. Was steht da noch so?
For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need.
Sonst noch etwas Wichtiges?
There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Ah, okay, das brauche ich nun wirklich nicht.
You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
Ja. Was sind das hier für Bücher?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end
Okay.
up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Alles klar. Und was haben Sie hinter diesem Vorhang, Lady?